All right, this is for the guys who are constantly upgrading their bikes. They think that the next upgrade is going to be the perfect just point that they are just happy with, and they're never going to want to upgrade again. That the next tier of bike is going to be what finally settles their heart. The next class, the next horsepower, the next torque number, the next whatever is going to be what finally, you know, quenches the thirst, so to speak, of their next bike, of what they've really been wanting this whole time. Okay, you're never going to catch that dragon's tail. All right, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, you're never going to catch that dragon's tail. Let me help you reach motorcycle enlightenment here. Okay, motorcycle enlightenment, and okay, again, caveat, don't put yourself in financial peril, but motorcycle enlightenment is going to be that owning two bikes will always be better than owning one bike. Stop chasing the perfect bike and buy two very different bikes. Okay, hilarious, I know, because I am also the one that tells you be financially responsible. I'm one of the few that will tell you to be financially responsible with your, you know, your purchases with motorcycles and everything. But I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. When you own a 1000 and you go hop on your small middleweight whatever bike, like I go hop on this now feels like the most playful, hilariously lightweight, you know, whatever on the entire planet. It feels like a toy. I get on this every single time and it's just hilarious that I can full throttle this thing and nothing happens, right? I can bang through the gears, we can rip through the gears. It's so much fun being able to get on this. But if I owned this as my only bike, how do you think I'd feel about this thing? I'd get tired of it, right? Because I'd lose that top-end power that I'm used to from my 1000s. God, I just love this thing so much, man. I would lose the stability of my 1000s. I would lose the fairings, the wind blocking capability of my 1000s, right? This, feeling that wind, being able to feel, this is a complete opposite, in my opinion, of a 1000 in terms of how they ride, in terms of the serious nature of them, just in terms of everything about these bikes. They're not equivalent. They're completely opposite in ride, in how they feel, and how you are going to treat them just inherently based on the riding characteristics of the bike. Completely different vehicles, right? This one is just fun, right? Wet day, I mean, you can just flick these things over. It's hilarious. I adore these bikes. But I would never want one of these as my only bike. This is where the magic of a second bike comes in, okay? I get on this thing and it's like the first time I sat on one again every time. It's like I gain 100 horsepower every single time I sit on this bike now, all because I bought him a little friend. This feels like the most insane piece of engineering to ever grace this planet after sitting on that Honda. Just the fact that, I mean, it doesn't have as quick of the flickability, so to speak, but the accuracy in the movements is what makes these things so insane to me. And I always forget to appreciate just the precision in what these bikes feel like after sitting on something that doesn't have that precision. Right? The power of these things, the fact that I can just, it doesn't feel like I should legally be able to own this thing, right? When you're on the Honda, this one has the ability for me to go full throttle in a neighborhood, you know, I don't think this is really a neighborhood, whatever this is, and not go to jail. This one has the ability for me to kick it down, full throttle, right? There is something just hilarious about this class of bike that you just don't get with the 1000. You don't get this playful nature. You don't get to just slam it over bumps like this. You don't get to go, you know, actively look for bumps and feel the suspension move. Where am I? I can just, you know, I love this thing. It's so much fun. It's just, it's hard to describe what it's like riding one of these bikes. And when you get used to it, when you become numb to the experience, these bikes just become a bike, right? It just becomes kind of uncomfortable. You'll kind of start seeing it as a little bit of a nuisance to own. Or you start wondering, like, man, maybe I shouldn't have bought the $20,000 bike. I should have got the middleweight. But then you go sit on your middleweight and you get back on this one, and this is just the greatest piece of engineering this planet has ever been graced with. You can't believe that you're even legally allowed to own one of these things, right? It's just, I mean, it's so impressive what these bikes are. It's so insane what these bikes are. This is the magic of owning two bikes, right? I get to experience pure raw precision. I get to choose if I want to go on treat my bike seriously, something that I have to put a little bit of mental effort into in terms of how I'm treating it, how I'm riding it, how the bike, the road, everything, right? Versus my Honda, which I can just go whap, 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 and just go beat on things with, right? And this is going to be my theory on what makes like a Grom, what makes Grom so special for most people is this is their first little taste of enlightenment and owning two different bikes at the same time. So they get on their Grom that feels like a little piece of shit, I mean, let's be honest, and then they go hop on their $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 bike, and they've now got a level of appreciation for that bike again that they wouldn't have had without owning that Grom, right? You get the feeling, every time I get on my 1000, it's like it gains 100 horsepower after coming off of this one, right? Every time I get on my 1000 after sitting on this one for a couple days, it feels like the most aggressively stanced. It's like the first time I got on a Super Sport almost every single time, which it makes me appreciate both classes of bikes 20 times more. It makes me enjoy owning this bike more, and it makes me enjoy owning my 1000 more. My 1000 that I paid an ass load of money for, right? I had to get her a little sidekick, and now it feels like a brand new bike every time I get on it. Now I'm not numb from the power of the 1000. Now I'm more aware of the power of the 1000 because I know what this bike's full throttle does, and I know that my 1000's full throttle is putting me in jail, okay? I also know it makes you appreciate the stability of the 1000, right? That's one of the that's always the craziest thing to me about, like, when if you only own a 1000 or you only own a 600 and then you go get on something like this, like a road bike, you get back on that thing and you feel like you can't believe people choose to ride these things, just because you feel so much less secure on the road, on turns, under acceleration, everything. You just feel squirrely compared to that sport bike where you feel like you're just locked in and you are glued to the ground, so to speak. So this is the magic of two bikes. This is where the Grom becomes so special. This is why so many people absolutely love Grom. Instead of what you're doing currently, which is, oh, I have a 1000, but I think I'm tired of it. Oh, I have I have this 600, but I never really get to wind it out. I guess I should probably go buy an MT-07 or an MT-09 where I'll have more fun. What's going to happen is you're going to go buy that MT-07, you're going to go buy that MT-09, and you're going to ride it, and you're going to love it for 6 months. But then you're going to miss the planted stability, the nature, just the serious nature that 600 or 1000 had, okay? You're going to miss the joy that you got, the confidence that you got from that class of bike versus when you get on that MT-09. What I'm getting at here, and the purpose of this video, is to tell you is stop trying to chase the perfect bike. Stop trying to chase, thinking that if you go from the this to this, you're going to finally be happy. You're going to get tired and you're going to get used to every single bike that you buy. You're going to get used to every single class of bike that you buy. If that's the only thing you ride, you're always going to become numb to what made that bike so special when you first got it, right? Even the class, it makes you numb to what makes that class so special. If you go buy that second bike, instead of upgrading, instead of side grading, instead of downgrading, instead of buying, well, I'm going to trade my R1 for an MT-10 because I think this is going to finally fix the void in my, my little heart. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to get the MT-10, you're going to love it, and then you're going to miss that true precision that the R1 had. You're going to miss the true, just top-end feel. You're going to miss the sport bike. You're going to miss the sport bike nature. Okay? This is going to happen with any class you go with, anything, right? Stop trying to chase perfect. Buy your bike a friend. It's going to make you appreciate your bike so much more.